That tingling in your finger? The one you just shook off, thinking your hand fell asleep? You're wrong. That tiny, annoying prickle could be your body screaming about a disaster you can't see. And if you ignore it, the next thing you lose might not be just the feeling. We've all felt it. That pins and needles sensation after leaning on your arm. But when there's no pressure, no reason for it to be numb, that's not a glitch. That's a warning signal. Here's why you need to listen to it. Point 1. It's not always your hand. Here's the thing your brain gets wrong. The problem usually isn't in your finger at all. It's a highway of nerves running from your spine all the way to your fingertips. If there's a traffic jam anywhere along that road, say, in your neck or wrist, your finger is the first place you'll feel the delay. Point 2. The midnight menace, carpal tunnel. If that tingling strikes at night, waking you up, that's a classic sign of carpal tunnel syndrome. The median nerve in your wrist is getting squeezed. Ignore it for too long, and those occasional tingles can turn into permanent numbness. Your brain literally stops being able to feel that finger at all. Point 3. The silent sugar spike. Here's a scary one. Chronically high blood sugar, or diabetes, attacks your nerves. It's called peripheral neuropathy, and it starts in the longest nerves of your body. Your feet, then your hands. If you have a tingling pinky or thumb that won't quit, it might be your first clue that your body is struggling to process sugar. Point 4. The B12 blackout. You need vitamin B12 to keep the insulation around your nerves healthy. Think of it like the plastic coating on a wire. If you're low on B12, especially if you're vegan or have stomach issues, that insulation wears away. The wires start short-circuiting, causing tingling, buzzing, or that weird vibration feeling. Point 5. The pinched neck. Sometimes, the culprit is way up in your neck. A herniated disc or arthritis can pinch the nerves right as they leave your spinal cord. When that happens, the brain gets confused. It might send a signal for pain, but because the line is damaged, you just feel a weird, static-like tingle in one specific finger. Point 6. The ulnar entrapment. Remember that crazy bone pain when you hit your elbow? That's your ulnar nerve. If you constantly lean on your elbow or keep it bent tight while sleeping, you can trap the nerve. This usually causes tingling in your ring finger and pinky. It's called ulnar nerve entrapment, and if you don't change your habits, it can lead to clawing of the hand. Point 7. The thyroid connection. Your thyroid controls your metabolism. When it's underactive, a condition called hypothyroidism, everything slows down. Fluid builds up, and that fluid can put pressure on the nerves in your wrists and hands, causing that familiar tingling. It's a weird symptom for a gland in your neck, but your nerves feel the squeeze. Point 8. The autoimmune attack. In rare cases, your own immune system gets confused and attacks your nerves. Conditions like multiple sclerosis literally strip the insulation off your nerves in the brain and spine. Tingling is often the very first sign that this internal war has begun. Point 9. The stroke signal. This is critical. Here is the one you absolutely cannot ignore. If that tingling is sudden, and it's only on one side of your body, your arm, face, and leg all at once, you are likely having a stroke. It's not always a crashing headache. Sometimes, a stroke just feels like a heavy, tingling weakness on one half of your world. If this happens, you do not wait. You call for help immediately. So, that little tingle isn't just annoying. It's a secret message from your nervous system. Sometimes it's just a pinched nerve, but sometimes it's the only warning you'll get. Listen to your body before it's forced to shout. If you found this life-saving, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next video, the most painful thing a human can survive.